Good morning, everyone. It's Cassie. I hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome back to Frostpunk 2. So, where we left off, the Faith Keepers are wandering. We are in the middle of placing surplus injectors for our generators, and we have to activate them. So, what do I need for the surplus injectors, in fact? I don't know off the top of my head. 200 workforce. Okay. So, we'll have to bring some people here. And 2 more cores. That's what we need. We're still working on cores. Golly. Okay, so we also have some research underway for housing blocks. We're not in the middle of a law proposal. Tension is starting to die down a little bit, but still is very high. And it doesn't look like we're currently on any expeditions. So, let's see if we can find some cores. What have we done recently? We unlocked something. Oh, they want my attention. Hiram Townsend, 39, trapper, sparing a baby seal. Aw, sorry little one, I had to take your mother, it was her time. But you're too small from a pile now, would be ashamed to deprive you of your life for so little meat. Go on, back in the water with ya. One day we'll meet again, and I'll spare your children as I've spared you today. The city has made steps toward the adaptation cornerstone. Cool. So we have a steady stream of newcomers from this particular outpost. We have coal at this outpost, but this outpost is paused. We have food coming into the old dreadnought from this outpost and materials from this one. And we also have a few outposts that we could use. This one's oil, food again, and coal, it looks like. We don't need coal. We've adapted our generators to work with oil, so we don't need coal. It sucks that our citizens are freezing to death because we need the workforce. We only have 10 available workers, and we need at least 400 for the generator. So I gotta see what I can do about heat. I suppose let's get that second source of oil if we can. This one running into New London, if we are able. Oh, kind of looks like they're going to go to the old dreadnought. That's okay. We can send oil from the dreadnought to New London if we need to. But I really need people to stop freezing to death. Please and thank you. We need more houses. What are we doing? How are we doing on everything else? We're doing really well on materials. We're doing really well on prefabs now because we've built a factory and taken down some of the districts that are empty. So, oh, this one needs repair. We have 10 Frostlands teams. Oh good, it's colder. I'm being sarcastic. We have 10 Frostlands teams available, and that's it. What do we have going on over here? We have 73 available workforce. All of our materials depots are empty. And it's getting colder and colder, so that's cool. Housing is good here, heat is good here. They need materials and they need goods. So let's take a look at we're transferring 75 oil to New London. Can we if we were to transfer more, I wonder what the impact would be to heat here. And they need materials. So if I were to increase materials transfer over to okay. Alright, so it looks like everything should be in good shape now with the transfers set up this way. I hope. I don't mean to say that everything will be in good shape because in New London they still really need heat. An old enemy, incoming whiteout. Steward, it was only a matter of time. We had an unusually long streak of mild weather, but now meteorologists are clear. There's a familiar drop in air pressure at higher altitudes. A whiteout is coming. The wind will cause extreme cold and the clouds will blot out the sun, impacting our food production. Without shelter, ample fuel, and stockpile of food, our people will be at mortal risk. We have to prepare. Heat demand will greatly increase during the whiteout. Food production will be significantly lowered. Okay, that's scary. I was saying in our last video that this is likely where it's all going to go sideways. I feel like I'm gonna lose and have to start again. Okay, where are we? What are we looking at? We're looking at New London. And heat is in a surplus now. Thank you to the old dreadnought. I love that. I'm pleased with that. But they need shelter. They're still doing fine on food. They're doing fine on materials. Everybody needs goods. Tension's a little lower still, but high enough that I'm uncomfortable. Lux Eterna, durable goods. Steward, a young eccentric inventor, brought to us a prototype of a lamp generating almost an endless supply of light by storing what he calls solar fluorescence. Look at this, the lamp that never runs out. It doesn't need servicing or replacing, and the power can be redirected to other functions, he said excitedly. He's asking for funding to produce it at a larger scale to benefit all citizens. How should we finance the project? Finance the lamp upgrade. Any move toward resource efficiency is worth the investment. Durable goods is more effective at decreasing goods demand. Heat stamps per income per capita is decreased. Or pass on the invention. We won't squander the means on youthful idealism that lacks practical application. This will never be brought up again. Yikes. I'm going to finance it. The last time we financed something, it worked really well for us. So let's try it again. Investment in better lamps approved. Young whiz blah blah blah. I missed it. Izzy Beckingham says we have the money. Edward, remember you can't be lazy with this. Well, yeah, good reminder. Okay, so it is cold and getting colder. We still need surplus injectors. We still don't have the workforce for it. How are we doing on people? Not N, V. There we go. I don't know yet. But we do have 15 available Frostlands teams, and we still need to find, desperately need to find, cores. So let's see. Let's explore the mountains, or sorry, the highlands. It's the closest place we can't. We need 20 Frostland teams. Okay. Do we have available another... This time I meant to press B. I don't know why N is the button I want to go to. No. Yes, okay. We have one... I can't frost break. I'm gonna have to shut something down for a temporary expedition. How many workforce? 540. Okay. So now, with the added workforce from turning that district off, I'm gonna frost break over to this expedition camp. That's not what it's called. What are they called in this game? I don't know, but I'm gonna have to frost break twice. And do I now have the workforce I need to put in? No, I still need cores. I don't know why I can't remember that. Okay, housing blocks add shelter to our existing... what's the word I'm looking for? Districts. I had to look it up. And that's a good thing, because we need a lot of shelter here. Oh, we got a big influx of people, so I can turn that district back on. Already. And I want to frost break the rest of the way to this. I don't really need to come out this way, but I'm gonna, I suppose. That shallow iron vein could be helpful. It's materials. I'm not turning down materials at this point in my life. I still need... Oh, that's what I'm working on. I was going to say that I still need more Frostland camps, or Frostland groups, so we can do more exploring, but I'm literally opening up another expedition camp right now. I'll build a district on top of it, and then we'll have more camps that we can send out on missions. I think it is a good thing that I am playing on the lowest difficulty. The game tells you that on this difficulty there are challenges, but you have time to course correct. And that's what I need. It said that if you are familiar with the last game, you could probably get by on higher difficulties, but I don't know how, because this... What am I looking for? Logistics? This game is so vastly different from the first one that I don't understand how having experience in the first game helps you in this one. I have 112 hours played in the first game and I still feel lost in this game. And I'm like 4 hours in. 5, maybe 6 hours in? I don't know how long I've been playing this. New lamps save lives. Durable goods. Steward, our new solar fluorescence lamps are a resonant success. Yay! They may not be as everlasting as we were hoping for, but they're probably as efficient as we'll ever make them. They recently allowed a group of citizens lost in a blizzard to signal their position for long enough to be rescued. That's awesome. Bless the whiz who came up with this tech. We'd all be dead without him, said a relieved father. You agreed to finance the young inventor's lamp upgrade. I see. That's good news. We don't often get good news in this game, so I will take it. We have plenty of heat stamps, so I might put down another housing block if we can. Looks like there's space for a couple more. Because we've had more influx of workers, and we need to make sure that we can keep them all fed and housed. We still need 50 houses. And I'm trying to keep them in the residential districts. This district is not residential, it's food, and I don't know if I'm going to need that building slot for a food building. But that does remind me that I want to be researching things. The whiteout notice said be careful about food. So I kind of want to research hothouses before we get to a place that the whiteout really takes the wind out of our sails, especially if expedition camps stop moving because of the whiteout. So we have bio-waste hothouse, industrial-sized hothouse where organic waste ferments in large vats, fertilizing revolving shelves of crops. 400 workforce requirement, 70 food output, disease is slightly increased because it's bio-waste, and 20 heat demand. Or chemical hothouse, industrial-sized hothouses where chemical nutrients are injected into tubs of crops to accelerate their growth. 300 workforce requirement as opposed to 400, but only 50 food output. Squalor is slightly increased. It seems like everything the Faith Keepers want increases squalor. 40 heat demand instead of 20. But we also will unlock the excessive fertilization district ability, which increases food output and disease in both of them. Okay, so let's research who New Londoners and Faith Keepers want chemicals and evolvers, yep, and Frostlanders want bio-waste. I'll go chemical. I don't know, this is a tough one. Yeah, a mycochemical, like I don't mind the squalor now that we have a regular source of heat stamps, not heat stamps, prefabs. This food district is closed? Yeah. Oh, goods are looking way better too. Look at that, that's nice.
Steward.
Blessed with oil, rising fervor. Of course. Steward, some of the faith keepers have begun using oil for their ceremonies, convinced that this divine gift will get us through the incoming whiteout unscathed. The devoted receive a black smudge on their forehead, a sign of their righteous commitment to defeating the frost. Several made a pilgrimage to the old dreadnought to bless themselves with oil from the source. That's weird. Their devotion to facing the frost is clear. Relations with the faith keepers improved after we pledged to defeat the frost. Faith keepers' fervor is increased. Why? I thought fervor was a bad thing. I thought that fervor, because the evolvers have fervor with us too. You can see it's a red fist.
Clear of poorly maintained buildings.
I thought that meant that they were turning against us, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. Was that another? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, yep, there it is. A beacon of hope, incoming whiteout. Steward, our guards have encountered a group of frozen, terrified outsiders at the edge of the city. They speak of the stories spreading among the destitute groups scraping by in the frozen wastes, that our improved generator can ensure safety for all, that here people can have a future. It seems New London has become a beacon of hope in the face of the incoming whiteout. There will be plenty more people incoming. Population growth increases, laws regulating outsiders' influx unlocked. Population growth extremely increased. I see. How much is extremely? Suppose I'll find out. Did we not repair this district already? Okay, so we still need 40 houses, but that's better than what we have been dealing with. We can't put housing blocks in. Oh, no, we have one space for a housing block. We've got hot houses underway. It is about to get cold. But just a tiny bit colder. And then the whiteout is way over here. We still need cores. We have the Frostland teams now. So I'll send out an expedition to the Highlands. And we'll see what we can do about cores in the Highlands. Oh, look, there's a little core symbol, so that's promising. I hope it goes fast. It's not gonna, but I hope it does. Okay. Everything else looks good. We've got a ton of materials. We've got some prefabs. I'm not going to say we have a ton. We've got a good amount of heat stamps. We've got our housing districts coming in. We still need 30 houses though. Let's check on the old dreadnought. What's this mean? Generator is disabled. Why? Oh, they are out of heat. We're sending too much heat to New London. Oh, that was the wrong button. Okay, let's see what kind of impact that has. I don't think it's going to be great. This is just about empty, it looks like. Oh no, food remaining 8.8k. That's good. That's my dog whining and having a bad time because the door is partly closed. I'm sorry, buddy. I love you. I'm closing this. You're going out? Okay. You're coming in? Are you coming in or are you going out? Okay. But if you whine, then you're just gonna be whining in my video. Good boy. Over here, please. Good boy. Okay. I didn't miss anything. I would have heard it. We're 34% on our research, 29% on our expedition. We have laws available. There's a new rule for governing outsiders. Accept all, admit no, or allow productive. Accept all is more well-liked than any of the rest. Better liked, I guess I could say. Is there something new in survival? Yes. Worker shifts. We did this. Weather adjusted is what we picked, I believe. Maybe we didn't pass a rule about it. Steward's militia. The steward may bolster the ranks of the guards by recruiting hardened fighters from the communities. Unlocks the Enlist to Steward's militia community action, which provides additional guard squads. Guard squads are more effective at fighting crime. We just signed in the last video Guard Enforcers, which unlocks Quell Protest and Mobilize Watchtower, as you can see. Martial law? That sounds pretty severe. Guided voting. The steward may declare a motion vitally important to the city's survival, curtailing debate and convincing many wavering delegates to support it. Unlocks the guided voting procedure, which greatly increases the odds of passing a law with the council. 34. Hesitant 49 against 21. Who's against this? The Evolvers, I'm guessing. Oh no! Uh-oh.
The votes are in. The measure fails.
Yeah. I meant to click negotiate. This happened once in the last video too. I just got overzealous and clicked without thinking. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Alright, how are we doing? They still have a surplus of heat. How's the old Dreadnought doing now, though? Not as good. Still not as good. Rex Dale, 45, entrepreneur, returning from the City Approach Trail. Profitable day. First couple were all rags and bones, useless, but then there was this woman with real ruby earrings. Ought to cover the arrival fee, I said. The wife will love those. That's a little shady. Next was a bunch of strong fellas. I sent them straight to Elaine's place. She'll wring them dry before I get home. Lately there's been less of them. Maybe word is getting around. Gotta take advantage of it while it lasts. The lack of law regulating outsiders is decreasing population growth. Well, I guess we can't have it both ways. It was increasing population growth dramatically. Now they don't care. They don't wanna. Because we're shaking them down, apparently. Wow, why is this district just going to shambles? We have fixed it. This is the third time we are fixing this district in this video. We still have 10 Frostlands teams too, so I wonder if there's anything we can do with them. It doesn't look like it. I'm gonna wait till this food is empty before I start sending this food. What do you want? Black baptism. Rising fervor. Steward, the Faith Keepers organized a mass baptism in the central district. Through oil, we will be reborn. Through oil, we will vanquish the frost and subdue the earth. Go forth and spread the word through the city is the sermon they repeat over and over again. While the Faith Keepers insist that it was innocent religious ceremony, the Evolvers are strongly condemning this show of force. They urge us to forbid further public baptisms. What should we do? Force. Let the baptisms proceed. Faith can help us unite the city and create a warm paradise. The Hold Evening Prayers community action will be upgraded to organized baptisms, or prohibit public baptisms. The Faith Keepers ought to worship more discreetly and not sow division. Faith Keepers' fervor is increased. Fervor, hold on. Strength of militants within a faction, pushing it toward violent actions to achieve its goals. So it is a bad thing. Why do we have one fervor with the Faith Keepers who like us? We're doing everything right for the Faith Keepers and we got fervor with them. Okay, whatever, they can do baptisms. Let's let them be radical. I don't care. We'll see how it goes, and then maybe I'll care. Okay, 3,147 baptized in oil. That just sounds dirty. It sounds sticky and gross and wasteful if they're no longer using that oil to heat the town.
A deep freeze is incoming. Ignore at your peril.
Oh, it's empty, that's why. Okay. What else can we do? We have some stuff, I think, that isn't covered. But potentially because of the frost, I can't see anything else on the map that we haven't yet unlocked. Or put extraction districts on. Oh, yep, see, it's all up here. Food, materials. I thought this was okay. Is that... Did I not... Seriously? Cassie. Oh, I remember now. I have to put a whole nother food district onto this. But first I have to frost break it out. Ridiculous. Okay, there we go. That'll help. Minimum efficiency. Why? I don't know. Okay, so here it warms up a little bit. Here's the whiteout. And I am afraid that without this, the surplus injectors, we are not going to survive the whiteout. We'll see. Or past the chapter. So we're getting a little low on time. Faith Keepers rallies expanded to dense housing district. They spread their message further, and I didn't get to read the rest of that. Steward, empowered by your support, the Faith Keepers have extended their activities to a new district. Their members can be seen on every corner, and they now hold periodic rallies near the district's main hub as well. They ask again what they should focus on next to keep supporting the city. What should we say? Contribute more workforce, heat stamps, organize baptisms, which improves relations with the Faith Keepers and trust overall, or say nothing. We have 2 districts doing heat stamps, and we have a ton of them. I can see we have more than 1,000 here. It looks like 1,048. So let's say baptisms. We're doing baptisms here as well. So we'll have 2 districts doing baptisms and 2 doing heat stamps. And there are still plenty of districts. Oh, over here there's something. Intruders in New London. Steward, a group of strangers has arrived at the old dreadnought. They call themselves the Wanderers. They seem to be a nomadic tribe for whom this wreck was a pilgrimage site. When they learned their tombs were destroyed, they were furious, clenched jaws, the only sign of outrage. As we've taken their camp, they ask that we at least provide a stockpile of oil that will enable them to survive the whiteout. They seem desperate enough to be a threat. In the face of the whiteout, they may choose to raid the old dreadnought for oil. Promise to deliver them oil. You'll need to stockpile 30,000 oil within 48 weeks in the old dreadnought, or turn them down and secure the site. Our people depend on this fuel supply. You'll need 12 guard squads to protect the colony. I don't have any guard squads, so I guess let's deliver 30,000 oil to the old dreadnought. We'll see how it goes. So for now, that was the wrong button again. Dramatically reduce the amount of oil that we are sending to New London. And see if we can't stockpile some oil here. Oil. There we go. I'll need to put down and stockpile. What's the thing? This button. Hubs. Yep, and I can't. Oh, I need workforce is why. Maybe I'll send some people here? I can't send many. There we go. That ought to do it. Oh, is that materials that we're not... Oh, it's prefabs. Interesting. Okay, how are we doing on oil here? We've got some stockpiled, so we'll be okay. I need to figure out... Be reborn in oil. I need to figure out the best number of things to stockpile in each place. Like, I'm sending so much oil from the old dreadnought to here. I don't need that much. And we also have opened up this. And where are the cores? Schismatic Temple. Inside this abandoned temple, our scouts find a circle of frozen naked bodies lying around a strange idol made of ice. Nearby sat a pile of Faithkeeper robes. The temple has fallen into disrepair. We could salvage it for prefabs, but the Faithkeepers would prefer that we destroy all evidence of this place. Salvage the remains. People will learn where these prefabs came from, but they're too valuable to waste. It's 300 prefabs, 5 Frostland teams, relationships worsen with the Faithkeepers. What temple? Relations improve with the Faithkeepers, or come back later? I need cores. Wise women camp. Our scouts have met the wise women for which these hills are famed. Some are in fact New Londoners who left during the captain's first days. They would be pleased to return to New London now that we have a council, and they say they can bring some cores with them. However, some of the captain's most loyal followers consider these women traitors and think they should remain exiled. Take the wise women in is plus 3 cores, which we need. 557 population, minus 5 Frostland teams, relations worsen with the Faithkeepers, or come back later. And abandoned lazaret. Built hastily during the 1901 plague, these buildings were used to quarantine infected New Londoners. They now lie silent and forgotten, scores of wooden crosses a grim reminder of what transpired. Should we decide to disturb the dead, dismantling this place could yield some raw materials. Dismantling it will gain us 300 prefabs and it'll cost 5 Frostland teams, temporarily. Tension is slightly increased, or come back later. I need cores, so I'm going to do this one. And we still have 25 Frostland teams available, so we can do some other stuff. What's this? Oh, the nomads. Okay. I saw the Frostland teams bringing the wise women here, so hopefully we'll have those cores really quickly. Oh, we've got a counter. That's good, helping us count the amount of oil we're stockpiling. Oh, the whale mine is depleted as well. Sadie Goggins, 27, Potter, scrubbing the word heathen off of her door. Claiming I receive men at night or that I ate Mrs. Crenshaw's cat is no longer enough. Timely. Now they mark my door. Even Jenny the shopkeeper is avoiding me now. I've had enough. I give up. I'll go through with their damned baptism. It's just a bit of oil, after all. A smudge, really. A trade. One mark for another. One that will buy me peace and quiet. One that will make me one of them, not think of them. The Faithkeepers continue their mass baptisms, although they're sounding less like a good thing now. Okay, so at the old dreadnought, we have sent some workforce and we need to build an oil stockpile, which we can put here. They need goods. Okay. And then at New London, we have the cores. Fantastic. So we can build the surplus injectors. We might make it through this whiteout. We may have course corrected in time on prefabs. Sorry if you can hear me jostling my microphone. I was just pulling my hair back. Okay. Is this weeks up here on the calendar? What is this? I guess. Seems to me like tensions are a little bit less, and that's good. Slightly decreased by good relations with Faithkeepers, marginally increased by the cold and the disease, significantly increased by faction fervor, and we've got further fervor with 2 factions now. Greatly increased by notable crime, extremely increased by severe squalor. Squalor is where, though? Because we've got materials, we've got prefabs, I'm fixing the districts. Why is there so much? How do I fight squalor? We can research something else. We researched hothouses. That's a good thing. Oh, we can research advanced hothouses. What else do we have? Coal liquefactors. Facility using accelerated decomposition of processes to synthesize oil from a mix of coal and organic waste materials. That seems like a good thing. We do have some coal districts yet unfinished in our village. Or pressurized coal liquefactor. What's the... Carrion pressurized. Okay. Facility using very high pressure to dissolve coal into synthetic oil, releasing solvents into the air as a byproduct. Squalor is slightly increased. Disease is slightly increased. You know what? I'm going with carrion. Maybe we can start to mend fences with the evolvers who really strongly dislike us. But yeah, having an alternative fuel source, being able to convert the coal that we have into oil is really dramatically going to help the weird amount of oil that we have in between the two places. Like we need 30,000 oil there. We need oil here.
Gift boxes to the steward by post to avoid unnecessary queuing.
Oh, food. It's very dramatic music. Activate the surplus injectors and supply enough oil to reach heat surplus. They are active. Oh, supply enough oil. Okay. Well, woof. Ouch. Yikes. Did we just move back to coal? What did we do? Oh, no, we just don't have oil. We're working on it. And we need to fix this. This is going to take some calibration, I guess. Okay. Hopefully that'll help. Talk of a protest. The Evolvers. Steward, relations with the Evolvers have become unbearably tense. They see your current efforts as utter folly and spit on the ground whenever you enter the council. If there wasn't a whiteout at our door, we would be out there with our fists held high, dragging the city to a halt until you finally start to see reason, they warn. We can ignore them for now, but we may consider placating them before the weather worsens. Well, I'm working on it. Evolvers warn that they will take action after the whiteout if you cannot keep their relations at least neutral. Destroy the deep melting drill. We should try to please all the city's communities. I almost said communists. You'll have 40 weeks to fulfill your promise to demolish one deep melting drill. Research refurbishing goods factory. Let them have their way. You'll have 40 weeks to fulfill your promise. Research refurbishing goods factory, or ignore them. Well, we can look up refurbishing goods factory. I think we went the other way on goods factories, so we might displease the Faith Keepers, but that seems to be something that we are doing of late. Tensions are way up again. And I should consider setting a wowee. We suddenly have 18,000 people living here. I was going to say I should consider setting the rule for the outsiders that the game really wants me to set. Progress. We are a good chunk of the way into the progress bar now, and a small part of the way into the adaptation bar. Equality, just a tiny bit, and merit, none. Tradition, a chunk of the way, and reason, just the tiniest little sliver. Okay, we also, our whale district is empty, so we should turn that off. Oh, it's not on. Okay. And we're just going to move a whole bunch of food directly to New London, I guess. Alright, that's just a waypoint now. Okay, for me to pass expedition camps through. Let's see. We can open up the valley. Safe. Has prefabs, cores, and materials. The Cursed Valley. Dangerous. Has people. Kind of the opposite of this. Let's launch to the valley. Let's see what's going on there. We are really in the negative on heat here. And we have no oil. Once this research is done, we'll be able to start converting coal to oil, and that'll really help. I hope. Because boy, the whiteout sure is coming.
The Evolvers encourage you to skip temple service and instead attend their prosthetic arm wrestling competition.
How can I not deactivate the surplus injectors now? Oh neat. I didn't know we could get right up in there. Can I get that close to every district? Yeah. Okay. Wild. Okay, looks like we're still doing food. We're starting to... We don't have enough in the way of food, it looks like. Or in the way of food generation. Can I expand this district out anymore? No. So I'm gonna have to put in another one. I'd really love to stop clicking the wrong thing. I got a frost break? No, I already did. I don't have enough squares. Alright. Wow. What happened with the New Londoners? They liked us, and now they really don't. Everyone's just gonna have to calm down. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm gonna make this objective, because this is going to take 33 weeks, and I have 28 weeks to get this. I don't know whether that's started or done. Oh, I think I've got a lot of buildings I can put in, right? I'm hoping that helps with food. What? Faithkeeper's fervor weakens. Cool. Steward, you have kept Faithkeepers on good terms for a long time. As your relations flourish, their leaders have gone out of their way to appease some agitated members of their faction. We wish to keep the current state of our city, said one of them. We do not need instigators among our ranks. I see. I'm cool with that. I'm taking a second look at laws to see what we can do. Might try again on guided voting. Okay, I'm paying attention to where the negotiate button is because 43 people are against this, and I want to make sure that we appease everyone. Or make sure the vote passes, is what I'm trying to say. They want ceremonial funerals, they want accept all outsiders. Okay, yeah. I was kind of looking at that too. This is a step toward equality. Or they want automated workforce factory. We'll go with accept all outsiders. That is 438 and against still 43. Let's negotiate some more. The New Londoners are mostly against. And if they vote for, what do we need to do? Calibrated goods, advanced chemical hothouse. Research it. Oh, that sounds easy. Or enact the law mass-produced goods. Let's research advanced chemical hothouses. We already did the level 1 chemical hothouse. I don't know why I had to click that so much. Okay, let's bring it to vote. I think it's gonna be tough. Oh, she's crawling. Oh no. That's the second time that law has failed.
Rejected.
Why do I still have to do their things? I guess they did what I asked them to do. How long do I have? 39 weeks, 25 weeks. 39 weeks. In 9 weeks I can propose another law, and so I'll pass accept all outsiders. But these ones I may not get. Can I build another research facility? And if I do... where even... there it is. It looks like I can't place this anywhere. Maybe you can only have... oh, just kidding. It's a great big oof, the amount of heat that we need. "14 weeks left on Help the Nomads." This is... see that? I didn't move my cursor, but it's jumped down to the next one, which is this. "76 recently beaten and mugged." We need 103 houses. I'm gonna send some people to the old dreadnought. I think they'll be safer there. I should make sure they have enough houses at the old dreadnought and enough food. They're doing great on materials. They're fine on food. Their stockpile is full. I should maybe build one. What's the stockpiles button? H. Okay, so why the whiteout's not on this map? Are we not getting the whiteout at the old dreadnought? No.
Frostbite
Crazy.
victims. A special infirmary queue has been opened. Report for amputation without delay.
Crazy. I hope you're not late for your amputation. Okay, it's gonna warm up a tiny bit, then it's gonna get cold, and then we're gonna have a whiteout. So we need to get the heat sorted. Okay, this is done. Over here, Fortitude Valley. Fortitude Base, Rowett Expedition, possible settlement. The abandoned base welcomes us with the Fortitude sign. The roof has collapsed on the lab where scientists studied the cause of the frost, but the training halls remain intact along with the equipment used in attempts to contact other generator cities. I don't know where contact came from. We could take all the preserved supplies back to New London, or we could leave them, making reactivating the base less costly. Take the supplies, bring everything in usable condition to New London. Reconstructing the base will be more difficult, but you gain 3 cores, 300 prefabs, and it costs 5 Frostland teams. We've got 50 Frostland teams, so that's not a big deal. Leave the supplies, fire up the radio tower, and better equip our scouts for what lies ahead. We may construct an outpost here to assist our expedition, or come back later. We also have 200 people freezing to death. Rallies lose faith. An ironworks, Dreamer's Mine, in the Rowett Expedition. An ironworks sits at the surface of this mine, its walls covered with design for wagons and transports. A smaller glasswork once fabricated fragile scientific instruments. Few tools remain after many years of scavenging, but there's still iron at the very bottom of the shaft. An outpost here could increase our supply by 200 materials until its deposit of 2.4 million materials is depleted. Okay. I can't reach to this. Oh, I guess I can reach to here. And then I can reach to here. Rallies begin collapsing. Your relations with the Faith Keepers have deteriorated. They no longer support you enough to rally in your favor. If you improve relations, they might again campaign in your name. Okay, so I left the supplies at Fortitude Base. The roof has collapsed on the lab where scientists... What? We read that already. Exploration cost decreased. Interesting. I'll wait for this trail to finish, and then I can just connect these 2 trails, I think. I don't know that we are going to get enough oil to the nomads. And that's a yikes. We are about to finish our research on the carrion coal liquefactor, and hopefully that'll help a little bit with the exiles, the evolvers, because they don't like us not one bit. It's okay that people are freezing to death, and that sounds really callous, but this is a video game and these are not real people. So it alleviates some of the burden that we're feeling on heat and housing, on supplies, and I think I can live with it. Stressful, but I think I can live with it. Why is it so red? Why is it so red and so gray? Warmer season, heat demand is decreased. Nice. That's good. But only for a little, like a couple weeks. Our oil stockpile is full. Or coal, sorry, so hopefully we'll have a lot of coal that we can convert to oil. And let's see about making some carrion coal liquefactors. Where can I put these? Can I put them anywhere? I can put one here. And, hold on. Refurbishing goods factory. Let's get that. Researching. Okay, we haven't already researched something else. So we can... hopefully make good on our promise to... This needs 16 weeks and 3 days, and we have 12 weeks. Catastrophically cold and growing. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that, first of all, our relations have been all...
in bed, boil the sheets thoroughly before reuse.
All of our factions like us different amounts now than they did 20 minutes ago, and they liked us less 20 minutes ago than they do, or that they did at the start of the video. So it's looking better with the Frostlanders. It's looking better even with the revolvers. Revolvers? Why can't I say the right name for them? Tensions are real high though. Catastrophically high. The Faithkeepers like us a lot less than they did before, and the New Londoners as well. But the New Londoners don't hate us as much as we've seen other factions hate us in the past. And with that, it's time to end for the day. So, I still feel like we are just teetering on the brink of absolute destruction and having to restart Chapter 2. So we'll see what happens the next time we hang out. Hopefully we'll be able to course correct, but with this heat deficit that we are in, it's a little scary. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you very soon.